Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the campus of Lindenwood University in Belleville, Illinois. I am the Sports Information Director, Charlie Mager, and joining me this morning is the head coach of the men's basketball team, Vince Meninno. Vince, how are you today, buddy?
Doing well, Charlie. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks. So let's get started with you entering this being your first year here at Lindenwood University, Belleville. What did you find most impressive about the basketball program as well as Lindenwood's athletic program in general when you started here?
I think that the direction that we're headed into the future and us growing as a program and as a university is what's the most appealing thing. And you don't have a lot of small colleges that are starting nowadays. I mean, we're still relatively new. Less than 10 years as a university and less than 10 years as a basketball program. And I was just really excited to explore the new horizons of where we're going as a university and help try to take our basketball program somewhere where we can, make our campus proud and maybe our city proud as well.
So now that you've had a few months here to get to know your players, their strengths and weaknesses, how they handle themselves on and off the court, what's your criteria for each student athlete in terms of how they represent themselves away from practice or games?
Obviously, we want well balanced students in all areas of life. We want good students on our basketball team. We want guys who are going to be eligible and go to class and do what they're supposed to be able to do to participate. But we also want good people who are going to be involved in the community. I can't tell you how many times I've heard around town, at church, out eating, places like that, where the community is very excited about what our campus has done for the city. And, obviously, men's basketball is a big important, this isn't generally what it is, but it's a little bit of advertising for university. I mean, we're a public thing that everybody sees how our guys act on the court. They see how our guys act in public, and we need to make sure we have guys that we want representing our university. And that's, I guess that's kind of a vague answer, but we're going to recruit people and we're going to add kids that are going to positively represent our university and help us continue to grow and make a good impact on this community. We're not going to recruit kids who are going to do the opposite of those things. That's probably the biggest pressure you feel as a new head coach, to be honest. I mean, I think you get a little leeway in your first couple of years with winning, and then it comes down to that eventually. And I think hopefully I'll do a good enough job and our players will do a good enough job. We'll win some games here as we go down the road in the future. But the biggest pressure I felt this year is making sure that we're doing good things in the community to help represent the school and our program.
One of the players that I wanted to talk about was senior Martavian Payne. He has been obviously your most consistent player throughout the season, but he's also a senior. How does he manage himself on the court as well as in practice, and how is he as a mentor to the underclassmen, so to speak?
Martavian has grown a lot this year. He's done a great job of adapting to a new coach. He's done a great job of adjusting some of the things that he knows he needed to adjust to be able to help, like you talked about, with those younger guys and to help set a culture for us, but also to not do things that would be potentially hazardous to us winning games. He does a lot of things that help us win games. He's second in the country in scoring. He's one of our leading rebounders for our team as well. One of our leading assist guys, up in the top 3 in all those categories. And those are the things that on the basketball court help you win games. At the same time, there was a few bad habits that me and him had talked about from day one that he knew that he needed to change, not only for us as a team right now, but for those guys in the future. And he's done a great job with those things, and I'm very proud of him and him being able to change those things. It's not easy to change when you've been doing it a certain way for a while.
Especially when you're seen as a leader and you have to turn it around in a relatively short amount of time. Now, on the court, he is leading the conference in scoring per game. He's averaging just over 26 points a game, and he's now got 592 total points on the season, and he's just 116 away from the single season high. So, do you think if he is able to maintain his level of consistency through these last couple of weeks of the season that he's got the potential to do so?
Yeah, we've got 8 games left, and like you talked about, he's averaging almost 27 a game. So he should be on pace to be able to break the single season record, be close to in a year and a half of games here at Lindenwood Belleville, scoring 1,000 points just for us, which is a lot. And all those things are great. And I didn't know the single season record until you just told me that. We're focused on, for us, trying to win some games and make the conference tournament. Like I said, we've got 7 conference games left. We have 1 non-conference game to make it 8 even. But we're trying to stay alive. We're 8th in the standings right now, and the top 8 make the conference tournament. So that's my focus, and that's his focus. And one of the things we need from him is for him to score some points. So I'm sure he's going to be on track to be able to break that record, yes. I don't know if that means that we're going to win the games and make the conference tournament. So hopefully both things happen.
Well, we can use that as a little bit of a side note. But yes, you did mention the games that you guys do have 8 left to go. One of them is going to be against Missouri Baptist University. And you guys ended up defeating them 94-88 here in Lynx Arena back on December 30th. You guys are 2-2 this season against nationally ranked opponents. So when you having said that, do you think that there is a different mentality or perhaps a stronger sense of urgency to be at your be above the top of your potential ability when facing those teams?
Yeah, I think that it's a natural reaction for athletes, for our players, for humans, I guess, really, that when challenges are greater, you step up to the plate and perform better. To go along with that, I think that's our biggest problem this year has been inexperience. Outside of Martavian, we're playing a lot of young guys, a lot of guys who don't have a ton of experience at this level, and we're that contributes to that record. That's why sometimes we can play really well in stretches, and then we start a freshman point guard, and there's sometimes where we're we just don't have it that night because of it.
So, Vince, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it, and best of luck to you the rest of the season.
No problem. Happy to do it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Vince Meninno for you, head coach of the men's basketball team here at Lindenwood University Belleville. And until next time, I'm Sports Information Director Charlie Mager. Thank you guys very much for joining us, and we'll see you again next week.